Okay, so they're transporting all of the kids out on helicopters. And so Cassie is running through just this thrall of kids to find her little brother. And no, look, she found him. And then she gives him his teddy bear, whose name is Bear, which is great, I guess. And I'm so glad she did that because that was super important.
Wow. I
forgot about that
I did
point,
too till
actually.
just now. Like
Yeah.
when you said it, I remembered that that was a thing, and I was like, "Oh
Hmm.
right." I love the ends they feel need to be tied up.
I know. And he
Okay.
honestly doesn't even seem that interested in it, which is
He,
understandable. Um,
oh, I love the idea. Like I just picture in my head. So she's like, "Oh my gosh, brother, I haven't seen you in forever." He's like, "Yeah, we've kind of got. Here's the bear you lost. Okay, but like, yeah, thanks. You're great, but like, emergency. Life is ending. That weird song you sang, it came true.
it came
Yeah,
true.
yeah, weird witch."
um, so they get somehow they manage to get all the way out of the military base and they're running away from it. And the colonel is getting on a helicopter but sees them escaping. So he follows them in the helicopter and they're being shot at by like a turret and it's a great scene. Um it's like North by Northwest essentially. And so they hide behind a Humvee and then they run some more and that's basically the scene. It's really for an action scene, it's pretty boring. And the ground is crumbling underneath them for some reason. I don't know if Evan planted bombs in the ground too. Um, and I really enjoy that the little brother is keeping up with two teenagers somehow running at what I assume is full speed.
Oh.
Um, and then someone pulls a Jeep around and oh look who's driving, it's Ringer. And she's like, get in and they drive the Jeep away. They never explain how the cars are working. I guess just because it's aliens.
Well, that was like so 2 waves ago.
Yeah. Uh-oh, we didn't see Evan leave the base and now it's completely exploded. And Cassie is
Oh.
just staring out the back window. Kind of sad, kind of nothing. And then we have a scene change again. The amount of scene changes in this movie. Um, it's the squad that didn't actually die. They met up again, and they're just hanging out around a fire, treating wounds and making food. I don't know where they got the food from.
Oh, that's one thing that I love when teen action movies do. Like something like lives are ruined, things just went down. La la la, we're gonna just have a fire. Like all that stuff, who cares? I love it. It's so great. We needed
Um,
a break from the action.
that's true. I mean, this is the end. This is the final scene. So it's like
Oh,
everything is calm now.
oh, good.
Um, Cassie and Ben are talking, and there's just this weird, like, this should have happened in the beginning of the movie. It's so weird to put it here, and there's no point to it. It's just so cash and uncalled for. So Ben says, you were named after a star, right? Cassiopeia. And the way he pronounces it is so weird. He puts, like, the strangest stress in the strangest places.
Yeah.
Um, and then he says, I was named after Ben and Jerry's. And I think it's supposed to be funny, but it's not.
Is that what we go out on?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, okay. What a place
Because
to end.
Cassie laughs and he is like, no, I'm serious. My dad loved ice cream. And then she says, uh, I bet he didn't love it as much as he loved you, or something. And it was supposed to be sweet, but it was just, um, dumb.
Also,
Like,
my dad's dead. That's a
yeah,
weird way to shoehorn your
yeah.
condolences. I don't know. That's weird. I don't like that. Okay.
Then they're just kind of like, so what do we do now? We exploded that military base, but the alien colonel got away. So, and then one of them says, I guess we saved these other kids. And I don't know which kids they're talking about. If it's the squad or other. If there's. Yeah, I just have no idea. Also, by exploding the base, I don't know how many kids they killed. Because there were still. Actually, no, I take that back. I think they said they got all the kids out. Never mind.
Oh, rats. Okay.
Oh, darn.
I like the implications. Okay.
I mean, that would have
Wow.
been. Yeah.
I mean, that would have been dark, but
But I would have given the movie props.
yeah. Like, you really went all the way with whatever this was you were trying to do. That's. You know
Um,
what's weird? As far as like end of the world like teen movies go, I think you really goof when like I kind of prefer the thinning to this. Like
yeah.
that's when you goofed it up. Wow.
So
Okay.
they're just like, let's save these other kids, but I don't know how. And then instead of pursuing that thought more, they just decide to worry about it tomorrow and get something to eat because food is ready. And then Sam is sleeping. They have the Jeep. Sam is sleeping in the Jeep, and they do this really. I'm going to drop the W word again. They do this really weird thing where they talk to Sam like they're his parents instead of like older siblings. So
Oh.
Cassie is like, come on, buddy, come get some food. And then Ben says, yeah, get up, lazy bones. And it's just so weird. And
That's weird. Not just because like I mean, whatever. The family blurred whatever. I'm not even gonna really touch that. But like, Evan, as far as you know, is dead,
yeah.
and like, well, now I'm gonna raise my kid brother with the other
That I had a
guy.
crush on in high school, but
Weird. I mean, I don't even know how long ago high school was. They never told us, huh?
I mean, they didn't appear to age at all, so.
I have to say, like, not because this movie did anything. I mean, I didn't watch it, but like, not that anything you've told me led me to believe the movie would make sense. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna assume at least a year has to have passed,
I have no. I honestly just no
just
sense
because
of
things
timeline for this movie.
devolve so fast. But that's weird. And also, so that's the end.
Well, so I mean, the end is just Cassie narrating the movie out about
Oh,
how hope is how the humans will survive, and then she like the last line is, "It's hope that makes us human,"
oh, okay.
which is a weird. It the way they like shoehorn that in makes it seem like that was the theme all along, but they it was the first mentioning of it, so
Yeah, and also like then why'd you make this weird rant about how humans are killing the
yeah.
environment and why didn't you like I don't know. It's just weird that that was the point because like the aliens had a chance to be talking all along when they were living through the army and they didn't say anything that would like lead to that being a thing.
See, and they definitely had like a budding of interesting ideas in several moments, but they just never developed them or pursued them. So,
Yeah.
like, that mention of, oh, humans have been doing this for centuries, they could have pursued that a little bit more, maybe given a little bit more depth to the movie. But no, it
Yeah.
was just that one line. I guess really makes you think.
You know what's kind of funny though? Like, I forget, at some point when we were talking about this, I got a little bit curious because we'd already talked about how it was like a book series. So I Googled the sequel, and so in 2013, the Sony entered into a significant six-figure deal to ideally launch a franchise. Fifth Wave came out in 2016. It is
Yes.
2019. There is still no word on part 2 or
What year
3.
what year was that deal, did you say?
2013.
2013. Well, I mean, the only thing I can think is since the first movie bombed so hard, they probably just didn't want to pursue
Yeah.
it.
Well, yeah, the first paragraph says that it failed to hit number 1 on its opening weekend.
They were expecting it to hit number one.
And in January's, the fifth wave seemed to have disappeared from theaters fairly quickly. But
I
apparently,
also, yeah, go ahead.
oh no, I was just gonna say, but apparently fans like are still tweeting like, "Yo, where's part 2 at?" Like, hun, no, just go reread the book.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing this lovely.
Oh, hold on. I have
Oh
one
yeah,
more interesting um, piece of trivia.
okay.
The producer on this movie, one of the producers on this movie, Tobey Maguire.
Oh,
Yeah.
Spider Man.
Yeah. The
Okay.
same.
Yay.
So I don't think I've ever seen another movie that Tobey Maguire produced, but based on this one, not a great producer.
Well, he produced it. It came into being.
Yeah, but not well.
2,000 years later.
So, what are your general final thoughts?
It was a very boring movie.
Yes.
Uh, I'm kind of sad there won't be a sequel. Not necessarily because I want to, like, watch it, but, like, I'm curious. I guess, like, it kind of left things, like, open, like, I'm positive Alien Boy isn't dead.
Yeah, that's what I kind of thought too, right?
Yeah, so that's, I guess, I mean, and also some general thoughts, very boring. Aliens working way too hard for very little payoff. I
Very
also,
inefficient.
yeah, and I really don't even know what they could possibly be doing. Like the kids that made it out, like they're just kind of homeless and on the run,
Yeah,
and
they have a car. I don't know where they're gonna get more gas though.
yeah. But maybe the aliens rigged it. They were like, I'm sick of humans polluting the earth, so we're gonna give them cars that run forever on nothing. I don't know. Um, yeah, I really don't have any other feelings about the movie. I don't really recommend it just because it sounds like it's really painful to get through. Um, I'm sure the book's better.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, and coming from someone who doesn't care for that genre, I bet the book is at least 10 times better than the movie. I think you said at some point it feels like they cut out scenes. You said that in one particular scene, but throughout the whole movie, I feel like they cut out a lot of scenes. And maybe not necessarily from the movie itself in terms of what they filmed, but just from the books. It's just so clear that they were
Yeah.
like, can't make it too long, gotta cut that out. And they just chose all the wrong things.
They really did because, I mean, like, I wonder, and I don't really care to research this, but I'm wondering, like, if this was the kind of author that was like, yeah, I'll take the money, make the movie. Or if he was the one that was like, I care about my work. I want to, like, see what
Well,
happens here.
I don't know if I saw his name on the credits. as like a collaborator or anything.
Mm,
That usually points to it.
yeah. I mean, I think it's like a good movie to watch with people and just like talk to. And talk about like ultimately anything else while it's still playing.
I definitely wouldn't watch it on your own. I don't know if I would have been able to get. I watched it with someone else, even both times. Um,
Despite
and
me being asleep.
I don't think I would be able to get through it
Yeah. No.
by myself. I would just turn it off.
So on that note, I guess we can wrap this up.
Yeah,
And you guys have all been through a bunch of waves of this movie with us.
at least 8. That's how many pages of notes I had.
Yeah, you made it through all 8 waves.
Yay!
Good for you. Okay, bye.
Bye.